making sure you win in every market. Your financial partners, Don and Gino.
Join the Don and Gino Real Estate Finance Show every Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your hometown station, AM 420 KCS. We'd love you to join us in the Vault Media Studio right here at Cherry Creek Mortgage. That's right, our custom-built studio just for you. But the only way you can enter the vault, because you don't have a key, is to go to donandgino.com, click on the Listen Chat Live button, and voila, you enter the vault. And you can see myself in my Don and Gino purple shirt. We got Mr. Dan Hunt.
Hello, hello. I guess I'm the heavier version of Gino.
Yeah. No. It's funny that you can say that now because Gino lost 100 pounds.
You're not on the fit program with
I am. He's just had a little bit more success than I have.
Too. You're still down 70 or so, right?
About 60s. Something like that.
Yeah, but you're going back to the challenge soon. So
right. Hitting it hard pretty soon here.
Yeah, nice. Afterburn Fitness. That's right. And then the voice you're hearing, you probably have heard before on our show, and backed by popular demand, Mr. Mike Mersola with Peter Lorimer Group Estates. Welcome back, Mike, and we love your energy, buddy.
Thanks for having me. It's awesome.
Yeah, very cool. So, Mike, I wanted to kind of give a little heads up for everyone to let them know that the market seems to be picking back up, and I want to get your opinion on this. Of course, we had the last summer was ridiculous. We had so much pent-up demand for people wanting to buy a home, but they're afraid to because we had so many foreclosure short sales that last year, once we got a little bit more comfortable with the fact that we weren't going to have as many short sales and foreclosures and values were actually going to go up, the market went crazy. A lot of you went out there and went nuts buying homes, which was great, except it was a little overheated, meaning multiple offers, challenges, a lot of frustrated buyers, a lot of you out there going, I can't get a home. And then it shut down at the beginning of the year. And we warned you that you needed to take action soon because the market's going to heat back up because, it always does in spring and summer. And we're seeing it pick back up. I mean, purchases are up, but they are down. Now I'm going to explain why this is a good thing. They're down 17% from last year. What that means to you is, one, our inventory is up. In our valley here, and the reason I'm teeing this up for you, Mike, is I'm curious how it is in Burbank. It's nice to compare areas.
Sure.
Because I think we're very similar, actually, because it's a bedroom community as well, basically. We now have a larger inventory. We went down to 200 homes in our whole valley last summer. So a lot
200,000 people, 200 homes.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It was totally insane.
It still is insane.
Yeah, we only have 700 now, but a lot of them are going to escrow. I bet you that number is going to go down to 550 or 6 by next month. So we still don't have enough inventory, but there's more inventory, and there's less people buying homes, which gives you more opportunity. So we're telling you now to take that opportunity now before rates go up and prices go up. The home builder sentiment's up, meaning the home builders are going to come back into play. The number hit above 50 for the first time this year. It hit 53, which is a good sign. So I'm letting you know, despite the slowdown in the market, despite prices not going up 25%, which it wasn't going to do forever. We warned you about that. It was going to go back down to the more normal 4 to 7% range, and we're at 8.8 right now. So we're still got great appreciation. So all that said, Mike, what do you think of the markets today, and what's going on there in Burbank?
I've seen an uptick in inventory as well. I checked the numbers today, and last time we were here, I want to say, well, maybe the numbers were about similar. There's almost 100 homes total, single family and condos combined.
Available right now?
Yeah.
100?
100.
In all of Burbank?
In all of Burbank. And Glendale's single-family residences.
We thought we had it hard.
Are 100 as well.
Wow. So you're at the scenario we were at last summer. You have no inventory.
No.
Okay, so you better hook up with a real professional if you want to have a prayer of succeeding in Burbank, Glendale, I'm guessing, right?
Absolutely, because... one story I had is the Realtor.com. Everyone's on Redfin and Realtor.com. Call those agents. Say, hey, get me into a house. I'm here. They're there to help you.
Right.
So, and the good stuff is again flying off the shelf as usual. And
so you have to be in the know to be able to get those homes before they disappear, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So I would imagine a reputable, respected real estate agent, local real estate agent in that community, and a local respected lender is imperative to getting your offer accepted, right?
Yeah, because it always helps because everyone knows each other in Burbank.
Mm-hmm.
And the local agents like to do business with each other, and so it's just sometimes an easier thing because we've grown up with each other. We've known each other for a long time, and we do business with each other constantly.
And you've been out in Burbank-based your whole life, right?
Yep, 35 years.
And how long you been in real estate out there?
I think I'm almost going on 10 years now.
All right.
Soon next year.
That's seasoned. Once you hit 10 years, that's a seasoned agent.
Yeah, 10 years flew by like that.
Yeah, and you keep very busy. So one of the things you were bringing up is some tricks. I won't say tricks. I'm going to say
the right way of doing things.
Right. Take advantages that you can have against the competition to, one, eliminate pitfalls. And I guess we'll start with that, with eliminating pitfalls, because I've been in this for 26 years. There's nothing more frustrating than getting into a real estate transaction on either end, either for the buyer or the seller, and have stuff come up in the middle of the transaction. So how can someone avoid having those problems in the middle of a transaction when it's so emotional? You can eliminate those emotional issues right up front, can't you?
Yeah, because money gets in the way of everything in escrow, and people get heated about this is broken or that needs to be fixed.
No.
It makes for a difficult life during the 30 days. My suggestion is to sellers is to have a pre-physical inspection done on your home, to walk through it. If you know you're going to move out in a month or put it on the market in a month or two, go ahead and fix everything up. Have a local contractor come out, have an electrician come out, fix all the small details, and have a physical inspection done. And,
well, why wouldn't they just maybe they won't see it? That's a can of worms.
Yeah, then it's a can of worms. I mean, I understand if some people are strapped for money and they can't necessarily fix these things up before they put it on the market. But my suggestion is if you want a clear, easy road to closing escrow in 30 days and not having these pitfalls and these heated arguments about cash and who's going to pay who and this is broken and that needs to be fixed, get it done beforehand.
Well, some of these could be major. You had a major one that popped up in the middle of the transaction, not just fixing a door or fixing a screen. It was pretty major.
Yeah, so it was a brand new construction home up in Sunland, and you'd think, and I knew it was brand new. Everything had probably been ripped down to the studs and redone. But we had my buddy Mike Varela over at Mighty Mike's Plumbing in Burbank come by and do a camera inspection, and he found that there was a blockage at the end of the sewer. That's up for interpretation.
Newly refurbished home.
Yeah. Well,
but they didn't refurbish the sewer, obviously.
No, they did. It was a clear, brand new ABS line all the way from the house to the lateral in the
what was blocking
street.
It? They don't know.
That's up for interpretation. I mean, there was a bunch of stuff. It looked like rocks to me, but God knows what was down there. But the camera wasn't getting past that point, and so his suggestion was to have it hydrojetted out or snaked out. Snake would be to have the metal clip go and get everything out. The hydrojet would just be a high pressure water jet line to spray everything out. So they resolved it. But
yeah, I think I have to get one of those when I turn 50.
Right. But we ended up finding a what do you call it? We ended up finding a dip in the line, and so the concern was that it was going to cause a blockage eventually. Basically, like the dam would build up over time, and then the water would just spill over and maybe go back into the house. So we ended up having to negotiate we asked for $5,000 to rip up that section of the sewer line and basically have it done right and have it flat and have everything done correctly. That was up for interpretation too, because it's a clear brand new ABS line, but the buyers were uncomfortable with it and they didn't want any problems.
Sure. Well, what people don't think about is that if there is problems during the transaction, and say you guys don't come to an agreement and you end up not being able to sell it to that person and falling out of escrow.
That could have happened.
Easily.
Yeah, easily.
So it creates problems. One, if you fall out of escrow, then it says something about the property. Therefore, it may cost you a lot more than whatever it is to fix the items up front when you can control it. You can hire who you want to hire. You have the time to do it, not under the gun, versus trying to do it during the transaction. We have no control over it, And if it costs you the transaction and somebody comes in, they may now feel that they need to offer $10, $20, $30,000 less because there's issues with the home. It creates potential problems. Besides you now making more mortgage payments, you may be losing the home of your dreams because now you have to fix these problems. So I think it's very wise to go ahead and be proactive and get a physical inspection up front, correct?
But
Yeah,
is it such a seller's market that they'll just tell these buyers, hey, okay, we'll go on to the next one. You don't want it, we're not going to give you anything, and we'll just move on to the next one.
That's probably the case, but my suggestion would just be, if you're selling a house, you're going somewhere, right? And it's all
Right.
timing's
That's
everything.
where I'm getting at, exactly.
And so if you fall out of escrow, I'm telling you, these buyers are so savvy. They're out there, they're asking question after question after question. They're wondering why this property fell out of escrow.
Right.
They see everything.
Yeah.
Everything's transparent to them now. So they're coming at me at open houses and they're saying, well, why did this house next door fall out of escrow? And what was the last sales price? Oh, it was $360, and you're trying to sell it for $4. Well, I'm not buying it for a penny over that price.
All right. Well, great advice from Mike Mersola with Peter Lorimer Group Estates. Mike's got some more clever ideas of how to sell your home for substantially more than your neighbor. How about that? When we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate Financial.